What's up, Facebook and YouTube? Good morning. It's Dave Stone. I'm on the top of the mountain here at sunrise. And it's been a great... Where's that sun flare? Is it dancing yet? No. Okay, good. Oh, there it is. There she is right there. Doot, doot, doot. All right, let's see if this dancing sun flare does too much damage here. But, oh, that's kind of cool right there, huh? I don't want to fall off this mountain because check this out. I'm right here, right on the top. But anyways, everybody, good morning. It is a great day. It's going to be an excellent day today, and I hope you are excited for a really good day. I am on day 5 right now, and day 5 is feeling really good for me. I gotta admit, day 1, 2, 3, 4, well, day 1, 2, and 3 were pretty hardcore. I did the hiking and I did the no coffee at the same time because I really wanted to. I knew just hiking every day was going to be hardcore for like a week. And I knew just stopping coffee would be hardcore for a week. So I figured might as well combine them and make that week be super hardcore. And then the next week would be easier on both of them. That's my thought. And so what I would encourage you to do, if you haven't done it already, is find your 30-day challenge. And I want it to be something that you can do. Something that is, I don't know, exciting for you, something that you want to do, something that you've always wanted to do. And what I call it in my book is called your daily cocoon. I just want you to find a daily structured alone time, to find out something that you can do for 1 hour per day. Because remember, 1 hour per day spent on yourself equals 6.5 40-hour work weeks that you spent on your dreams. Imagine going into your boss and saying, hey boss, can I have 6.5 40-hour work weeks just to work on my dreams? I'll spend the rest on the work, but I'll just 6.5 full-time work weeks to spend on my dreams. Your boss will be like, no, I'm paying you to work here, not on your dreams. So that's what happens, is your boss pays you to work there, not on your dreams. You have to pay yourself to work on your dreams. If we want to be our own boss, we got to be our own good boss. We ever think about that? Like, what does it mean to be a good boss? What does it mean to be a bad boss? Well, a good boss does a few things. Like, there's traits of a good boss. And when you start working for yourself, are you being a good boss? Or are you going to be a bad boss to yourself? And what happens when you have a bad boss? You don't like working there. You either want to quit or you're probably going to get fired. One of the two. So if you're a bad boss to yourself, are you going to quit? Are you going to fire yourself? Learn to be a better boss to yourself. A lot of that is encouragement, but what does a good boss do? They expect you to be somewhere on time or early. You know, they give you targets, quotas, goals, deadlines. They expect you to hit those deadlines. They work with you. They train you. If you need some training, they'll encourage you. And then when you do really good, what else does a good boss do? They give you a raise. The first rule of business is pay yourself first, which I think a lot of us violate. And I don't know how many of you violate that, but I have violated that too many times in my life. So I'm trying to learn these first rules of everything, like the first rule of real estate: location, location, location. Okay, so I totally violated that when I was younger. And then the first rule of business: pay yourself first. Yep, I've been violating that my whole life. You know why though? And I'm gonna put this little thought in there. I think I've been violating that because I didn't have true self-worth. Have you felt that? Do you value yourself? Do you even really know what it means to value yourself? And that's what I've been learning. That's a lot of these learning experiences that I've been having, is how to value myself. And so I hope that you value yourself, because you're incredible, you're amazing, you're a child of God, created for great things, and you have created great things also. And you have a lot of really, really good ideas. And those ideas, they're not supposed to just stay ideas. You're supposed to take one or two of those ideas and make them happen. And some people never get a chance to make their dreams happen. They think that they're only dreams. But if a dream was given to you, it was given to you to do. Just understand that. If a dream was given to you, it was given to you to do. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about, I got to grab my paper here. Oh, it's in my pocket. I took some notes because I wanted to talk about everybody's comments. Maybe I'll go this way. We can see the mountains. Maybe I'll just put this tripod down. Might be a good idea, huh? Make that happen. Oh, nice. This is a gorilla pod. You guys ever seen these things? They kind of clip onto everything or do whatever. Oh, nice. Cool. Oh, yeah, that's a cool shot. All right, everybody. Thank you. You're so incredible. All right. So, a couple comments from yesterday's hike. Oh, so this is day 5, by the way. I wanted to quickly say that, I did mention a little bit, those first 4 days, boy, I pretty much passed out. To be completely honest with you, that first 3 days, I would get home after the hike and I would just pass out. I had massive brain fog because of no coffee. I was still drinking the fruit smoothies. I did start that. Fruit smoothies, awesome, really good idea. I'm gonna pop this exposure down a little bit. There we go. Oh, there's a little limb. I don't know why I did that. All right, so, but Stephanie, which you came to the mountain yesterday, you're awesome. It was so good to see you. Thank you for bringing your friend. It was great to see you here at the mountain. And Stephanie said that she quit smoking 14 years ago, cold turkey. And that's something I want to mention. So I want to say congratulations about that, Stephanie, because that's such a cool thing. And I want to know how you did that. I want to know why you did it. Because my thought is the reason you did it is because you made your decision. Oh, I think you did mention why you did it. You went to a conference with Saeed and over at this church up here, and then you just made, or maybe it was TD Jakes, not sure. But then you just made a decision in your mind that it was done and it was over. And that's what happened with me. I made the decision in my mind that it was done and it's over. When the decision is made, it's over. Decision is when you eliminate all other options. Boom, this is what we're doing. Decision is like a filter, but it's a filter you gotta use sometimes, a lot of times. You just gotta use it all the time, actually. So when you hike, you breathe. When you smoke cigarettes, you breathe. A lot of times, I didn't even realize that I wasn't breathing. I wasn't like consciously, I was breathing normally just to keep my body alive, but I wasn't consciously getting as much oxygen into my body as possible. Oxygen is abundant, and the more we breathe, the more energy we're gonna have. So if oxygen isn't, whoa, hello. So oxygen is abundant, and if we breathe more, we have more energy. So why don't we just use that oxygen and learn to breathe more? And not force ourselves to breathe by smoking a cigarette. Just think about that. Plus, when we're breathing exercises, when you think of that breathing exercises, it's not breathing relaxed time. We need to use it as a breathing exercise. We need to be moving. Choose to move. If you move, you breathe. If you move your lymph, you move all the toxins out of your body, and you breathe. You breathe at the same time. Quick bit of information, I did mention this in the Instagram and the LinkedIn video earlier, was the movement of your body actually moves the lymph system. Do you know a little bit about the lymph system? Quick little bit of science. The circulatory system in our body moves blood through our body, and there's a parallel system. That parallel system is called a lymphatic system. The lymphatic system eliminates the waste from our body. So the circulatory system brings the blood and the nutrients to our whole body, and then our heart pumps all that, but then everything eliminates through the lymphatic system, which comes out through the sweat glands and all that kind of stuff. Let's see if I can eliminate that sun glare. Maybe I'll just come over here. I mean, the sunrises are awesome, but the video exposures are not always the best. But that's okay. I like this. This is a good shot right here. So I hope that makes sense, but move. That's what I was feeling stagnant because I wasn't moving. I was feeling really stagnant because I wasn't moving. I was doing mind movement every day. I was getting up, doing my affirmations, reading, really doing a lot of mind work, but I wasn't doing body work. I wasn't moving my body. And now I feel a lot better just after a week, but that first week, I always jump into something understanding a foundational thing. This is why the cold turkey thing works for me. I understand that when you jump into something foundationally, you have to know when you're gonna change something or start something, you gotta know that it's gonna be really hard. You're gonna have to push through that first wall. There's always a first wall, and it's usually about a weekend of consistency. You gotta be consistent for about a week, and you're gonna hit a first wall, or you're gonna crash through a first wall. That whole week is the wall. That whole week is the first wall. You gotta crash through that first wall, which is a big wall. But after that week of consistency, daily consistency, your body's gonna recognize that, oh, I'm gonna be doing this, and it's gonna feel better. Instead of, now, for the first 3 days, I crashed out. I went home, I passed out for like 2 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not productive. This is not giving me energy. But now it's day 5. Yesterday was the first day I didn't have to take a nap during the day to have energy to like get through the day. So today I think is gonna be that, but I'm also gonna take it easy on myself today, just for another week, and just not for a whole nother week, but for this week until Sunday when I am doing day 7 of this. I think that's gonna be day 7, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, wow. Then I think my body's just gonna be producing a lot more energy. And these fruit smoothies are great. Now I'm giving myself the opportunity also, I'm pretty much going, I'm not gonna say that I'm going all fruit yet for this month, but I might be going all fruit. I'm really seeing how I feel about that because I feel really good. And I'm doing these fruit smoothies, like I can have as much fruit as I want. As much fruit, here's my diet. First off, what is your diet? Your diet is what you eat. So if you're like, I'm on a diet or I'm not on a diet, you always are on a diet because your diet is just what you eat. So what are you eating right now? Is your diet good or is your diet bad? Because you can have a good diet, or you can have a bad diet. But it's like, you're always on a diet. Our diet is what we eat. So what are you eating? And right now, my diet has been fruit, smoothies, and it's a lot of, and moringa, and it has given me so much energy, but I still have to deplete my energy, but the energy has to move through us. That's what lymphatic system too. We gotta move. That's why you bounce on the trampoline in order to move your lymphatic system. And what they're finding is that stationary lifestyle is even more detrimental to your body than smoking cigarettes. Isn't that crazy? I think it's pretty crazy. So let me move on because Jesse and my dad did a sunrise hike yesterday, also in Austin, Texas. So that's awesome. I love you guys. You're awesome. And I'm so glad you're getting some sunrise hikes in. Plus, Yulia got some sunrise hikes in too in Hawaii. So that is awesome. I love that. I love that a lot. And yeah. Okay. So I want to talk about one thing. I want to talk to my friend Yulia here a little bit. She asked me a question that I want to touch on. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sit down somewhere real quick. Oh, there's a nice hill. I was kind of like, I guess that was a good spot. So, all right, let me read this here. That's a nice little view right there. All right, there we go. So Yulia said, thank you for another wonderful inspirational video, Dave. You're welcome, Yulia. I love this challenge watching you because as you said, it helps me to look at my challenges and find my way. Thank you. I'm glad you say that because that's what I'm doing this for. You mentioned that you are not drinking alcohol. And this has been my challenge in a way that I want to quit too. And there is really no need or desire for it. But it became such a habit and part of all social activities that it is almost impossible to quit cold turkey. I can quit for a week or two at a time, but then fall right back into it. So with that said, I'd like to hear your story about quitting and maybe some advice. All right. So I want to break this down a little bit for you, and I'll tell you a little bit of my story as I'm doing that. So you mentioned that you are not drinking alcohol, and this has been a challenge in the way that you want to quit. So that is always the first step. Now, you did say that you wanted to quit, and you've tried to quit for a week or two at a time, but you'd fall back into it. So I totally understand that. And I think some of this, it's such a habit and part of all social activities. You also said that. So there is a sense that other people are involved in the situation as well. And there is a quote by Jim Rohn who says, we are the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. So I'm not a big advocate of cutting people out of your life. I don't think I like that methodology of really how people put that. But in one sense, I can see what people are talking about. But ultimately, I have had some friends over the past that have shown me that when you have a commitment to something, especially a health commitment, you stick to it no matter what. One of my friends, Johnny, in fact, he's my business partner for Intrigue Films, for the movies that I've made. Johnny is really healthy, and there is nothing, and it's literally a decision he made in his mind. Like, he eats whatever he wants to eat, and whatever he doesn't want to eat, he's not really afraid to like say he doesn't want that. And it's really becoming okay with yourself. And one of the reasons for me, now let me get into my story a little bit about the alcohol. All of the stories that don't seem like they came from me happened because of me under the influence of alcohol. And you can ask all the people around me in those crazy times. Oh boy, alcohol has taken me to some places that, yeah, I think I've heard it brings out the inner you or something like that. I don't know. I'm all in. I'm like 100% go or 100% stop. And alcohol definitely brought that out. Boy. And when I was younger, and Yulia, you've actually seen me at part of my worst. Oh boy, what a night. But that, oh boy, man. So that was when I was a little bit younger too. This was when I was, I think, late 20s, maybe early 30s. Right now I'm 39. You know, before I could recover, I actually had a goal one time to go to Chicago with my friend Johnny, and I was like, my goal is to get drunk every single night and then just sleep as long as I need to sleep to feel better, to go out and get drunk again, worse the next night. So, and I kept doing that for 10 days, and actually I did it. I totally did it. I achieved my goal. And it was terrible. But a lot of stories happened that week too. And the stories are kind of funny in a way. I never did anything malicious, but I totally did ridiculously stupid things. And I got urged a lot of times to do stupid things by people telling me, oh, you can't do that. Or you won't do that. And then I would be like, really? Oh yeah, boom, and I go do it. So alcohol brings out whatever it brings out in you. But now, as I'm a little bit older, and as I get a little smarter, I'm understanding that alcohol is a straight up poison, no matter if it's a social thing or not. It's a straight up poison. Even my mom asked me, she's like, what about wine? And I like wine. I make wine. Like I do like alcohol. But here's the thing I'm finding, and I'll definitely still have a beer now and then. So here's what I want to say is maybe just say a 30-day challenge. You know, don't quit it for good. Quit it for now. Just give yourself a 30-day challenge. Maybe your 30-day challenge is alcohol. And it's okay, and it makes it easier when you make a 30-day challenge with alcohol, because now you can tell your friends, hey, no, I'm on a 30-day challenge. I'm not drinking for 30 days. You have a reason to tell your friends why you're not drinking. And it's different. It's hard because when you're out, you want to have a beer or something. Now, if you're still going to drink, I think you kind of have to cut it off for a while. It's like you can't, unless you can have some willpower and go out and say, I'm going to have one glass of wine or I'm going to have one beer. That's the hard part. If you can't do that, it's going to be hard to just moderate this. So that's why if it's going to be hard to moderate it, you just got to cold turkey it. But it's easier to cold turkey it if you call it a 30-day challenge, because days 31 to 60 are going to be a little easier and days 61 to 90 are going to be a little easier. So call it a 30-day challenge. You don't have to be done with it for good. You could be done with it for now. I'm not necessarily done with it for good. Like, I will probably have a beer now and then. It's not like I quit drinking altogether, but I don't, first off, me getting up at 3 a.m. has made me go to bed. at 7:30 to 8 p.m., which means I can't go out to drink with my friends. It gives me a perfect excuse not to drink because I'm sleeping, because sleeping is way more beneficial on your body than drinking, in my opinion. And then when I wake up in the morning, I feel better. This is why I stopped alcohol completely, is because for right now, is because even if I have a glass of wine, I cannot get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it's just like I cannot stay on this productive rhythm that I'm on, this supercharged rhythm that I'm on, this mental rhythm. Now the mental rhythm is moving to physical and mental. So if I have one beer, I might be able to still get up maybe at 4, but 4, I don't like getting up at 4. I want to get up at 3. I want to get up before 4, like 3:30. If I can do 3, that's cool, but I'm okay if it's like 3:30. But when I get up at 4 or any time before 5, like, oh boy, that just feels late to me now, which is so weird because I was a night owl. I hope this is helping. I hope this is beneficial. Yulia, you're amazing, and I just want to encourage you because one of the things all of this boils down to is self-worth. And maybe you love yourself and talk really well to yourself, but I want to encourage you just to make that part of your conscious awareness. You're incredible, you're valuable, and once we understand our inner worth, now we can start committing to ourself. Because when we here's the other question, can you trust yourself? Trust is earned, right? But see, if we break trust with ourself, then we lose trust for ourselves. We need to learn to trust ourselves again by being the person that we say we are and doing the things that we say we're gonna do. So if you say, I wanna do a 30-day challenge, and you commit to it, and then you don't do it, you're breaking trust with yourself. And that's the only person there's competition with. Look, there's no competition with anybody else. I can run up this mountain, and if I pass somebody, I'm not competing with them. I'm competing with my best time. We're only competing with our past self. That's all we're ever competing with. We're competing with our past self, and we're competing with that past self to become the future self that we want to be. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. All right. I have rambled on a lot today, and I hope some of it made sense. But I love you all. You guys are incredible. And Yulia, you got this. I know you don't have to set drinking as your 30-day challenge, but it's a good one to do as a 30-day challenge. It's an excellent one to do because any of you out there who want to stop weed or anything, it's like a 30-day challenge is a really good way to do any of this stuff because it's 30 days. You don't have to be done with it for good. You can be done with it for now. So I love you all. You have greatness within you. You have greatness within you. And you have so much personal power. And I want you to access it. And you access it by finding a way to trust yourself more. By doing what you say you're gonna do for yourself. Give yourself the time of day because you're worth it. You're worth it. You're a child of God. I love you so much. And until next time, I'm gonna get going down the mountain. My name's Dave Stone. Develop awesome skills. Now go find your gold.